I was robbed right outside the door of my third-floor apartment. I had made my money after working a late-night shift, and I was walking up to my door with my keys in my hand, ready to open it when I heard loud footsteps pounding up the stairs. I didn't think much of this at the time, but now I will never forget it because the man running up those stairs got to me. When he made it up the stairs, he demanded, "Give me your purse." Thinking it was a joke, I replied with a smile, "You can't have my purse." The next move he made was pulling his jacket over his head and pulling out a gun ready to fire on me. He said in an angered tone, "Give me your purse." Without thinking another second, I gave him my purse, which contained all the money I had made that night. He grabbed the purse and immediately ran down the stairs. I was stunned, and in that moment I just started hysterically crying and pounding on the door because my husband was inside. The man, who apparently was not gone yet, yelled up to me, "Shut the fuck up." In that moment, I grabbed my keys up and quit crying. When I got into the door, I immediately called 911. I told them what had happened and stayed on the line with the woman. I had to cancel all my credit cards. I lost my tip money, but at least I'm still alive.
Last Saturday, my girlfriend and I walked into the liquor store 3 blocks away from her family's house. It was her cousin's birthday, and we could have never anticipated what would have occurred that night. As we walked in, a guy quickly followed. He approached her and said some flirtatious remarks. Like any good girlfriend would, she denied his proposals and eventually became very cold to him. He continued to converse with me, leading up to his request for a couple of dollars. I denied politely until eventually getting irritated and also gave him the cold shoulder. As we were making our purchase, I could see out of the store window where I spotted him talking to 3 guys who also began observing us suspiciously. After buying a case of beer to take back to the family party, we noticed these 3 guys getting closer and closer as we grew closer returning to our destination. My girlfriend whispered to me that these guys were following us. She began to walk faster in an attempt to get away, and I began to trail behind her in response to my instincts to protect her. I have trained most of my adulthood as a boxer, and I liked my odds in any fight, outnumbered or not. Right as I was about to turn around and face the situation, a kid ran out in front of her and put a gun to her head. He violently interrogated her and multiple times asked if she was ready to die. I pulled her back a couple of steps and stepped between her and the shooter. I shielded her, told her I loved her, and told her to listen to the shooter's demands of getting on the ground and handing over her purse. He put the gun to my head as he pulled out my wallet. He ordered us not to follow him and the 2 others as they began to run on foot. They ran into a back alley and sadly made a clean getaway for a total of $10 in cash and a case of beer. Every day, I wake up in the morning asking why couldn't it have been me walking alone to the store, or why didn't I think about driving instead of walking, or if we had started running, if we would have made it out of such a traumatic experience. She has told me that she has never loved anyone so much, and that I answered the call more than she could ever ask for. I have proven that I would take a bullet for her. These are things I should feel proud of. However, if this is true, why do I still feel so guilty? I hate the fact that she had to go through such a situation that would question her to feel safe, so close to her family's home. I hate the fact that I can do nothing to fix this situation. I have looked on the bright side of the situation, that we walked away with our lives, her love, all of our money minus $10, and her family's utmost respect. However, it still feels that I haven't done enough. I can feel all my energy going to be angry. My friend recently told me that it takes a real man to learn to forgive what happened. I am starting to find peace again, but I am finding myself in a constant conflict. I am 23 years old. and I have always dealt with confronting these things head-on in a physical manner. However, this is something that you will never get the chance to confront and walk away with balance. I don't find myself scared at walking at night or dying being held randomly at gunpoint. I just always feel angry, cheated, and guilty. I saw her the first time this weekend since the event, and I could feel myself acting less of myself with her. Does anyone have any advice for dealing with this emotionally so that I can move on fully and focus my energy on the things I once did and appreciate loving her?